gotta figure out how to. All right, well, Lindsay, you're up in that gangster's paradise. We don't make bangers like that we used to. No, for real. I mean, it's really good. Like the beat. Oh God, it's sick song. Oh, we really don't. What has happened to our music, right? Oh, all right. All right, looks like some Stephen Miller news. Interesting. We haven't caught up with Head Nazi here in a while. We lost good rhythm. Yeah, we did.
Troubling story that we're following.
Like you know when the movie is apparently shit, right? I didn't even hear about it. That doesn't mean much because I don't watch a ton of movies. But like, according to you guys, right, the movie's not very good, but the song is well known, right? Like, I don't think anyone's not heard that song, right? But money got out of our music and destroyed it. Yeah, for real, it did.
Going here
in our music.
Nolan Wells vanished on a Mississippi.
I still like Dre even more than this one. Yeah,
Island. His case joins a troubling list of suspicious
cases. Troubling. Black deaths.
The Black college freshman.
Well, yeah, you guys all heard about, I think it was in Michigan? There was a lynching, right? Has everyone heard of that story? We might cover that next, but there's been a lot of these, let's just say. Jen Welch hates Stephen Miller so much, I love it. Yeah, oh. Oh, I heard about the Mississippi one. Yeah, this is news to me, so let's hear.
Disappeared after a boating trip with white friends. Now his family and activists are pressing authorities for answers. Wells, an 18-year-old Black college football player, went out.
I think 6 black teens found in trees and hung. Police ruled them all a suicide. Hey, McFiston, what's up? Damn, I didn't know that. I mean, 6 already? Yeah, there's been a lot of these. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy, dude.
With a group of friends.
Welcome back, buddy. How you been? Many of them went across state lines and had no history of mental illness.
4th of July.
Yeah. Right? But guys, remember, according to the Supreme Court, racial issues have been solved. We don't need the Voting Rights Act. Come on.
To celebrate at Horn Island.
I'll find the Instagram post. Yeah, if you can, that'd be great, buddy.
Off the Mississippi Gulf Coast. The friends came back, but Nolan did not. They say he wanted to stay on the island and catch a boat ride home with another group, but his phone was left behind on the boat. He was reported missing by his mother that night, and 2 days later, a park ranger found his body in the water off the tip of the island. And the reason, number one, this is so sad and so disturbing, but I want you to imagine the skin colors reversed here. If in this picture, put that main picture back up, Kylie. If Nolan were white and these 3 white kids were black, how would the national corporate media be treating
Oh, yeah. I mean, 100% agreed.
This story? How would...
I mean, I've told this to a few people, not this Mississippi one in particular, but a lot of people that I've told this, the Michigan stuff to, they haven't even... They're like, huh? That happened? Yeah.
They be treating that if the white kid was left and not checked on and not found for 2 days, how would this story
There'd be outrage.
Be presented to the American public?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it would be presented that it was absolutely the most tragic event, and it is the most tragic event. But what is tragic about it is that there are so many other cases like this, and the entitlement of these other boaters. I mean, the whole bullshit story about he wanted to stay on the island, but his phone's on the boat. Everybody knows a millennial is not going to be away from their phone, or I'm sorry, Gen Z is not going to be away from their phone. So it's tragic that, in my opinion, in Mississippi, this kind of thing would have been completely ignored, but for the groundswell of support on social media, because there is just a different tier of justice for Black people and white people, people that are poor versus people that are privileged in this country. And it is nowhere more obvious and distinct than in the Bible Belt states.
Yeah. And there's a different tier of media coverage when there is a crime against a Black person. And I don't know if this is a crime or not, but this stinks to high heaven. The white boys all lawyered up immediately. And BET has the latest reporting on the case. Pop this up. The investigation into Nolan Wells' death is raising more questions than answers. The family of 18-year-old Nolan Wells recently retained civil rights lawyer Ben Crump to get answers about his death at Horn Island. Crump is calling for full transparency as questions and conversations arise about what happened during the 4th of July boating trip. While authorities
It's all Florida, all of them, I think.
say
Yeah.
foul play is not currently suspected, the investigation remains active, and an official cause of death has not yet been released. Ben Crump also served as attorney for the families of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Trayvon Martin, Ahmaud Arbery, and Michael Brown. Crump said in a statement that his office will conduct an independent review of the circumstances surrounding Wells' death. And I'm going to just speak personally here. As a person who grew up and raised kids in the Bible Belt. I have 2 sons, and the amount of times that my sons came home and told me that they were around a group of boys, white boys, that weren't their normal people that they hung out with, and how these groups of boys just used the N-word with reckless disregard and said very, very racist things, and how disturbing it was to my kids, and how then it was disturbing to me.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I feel, right?
And then I would
Like anytime someone says that, even as a joke, I'm just like, ew.
mention
Immediately, right? It rubs me the wrong way. It turns me off.
this to other people.
It's basically any slur like that, right?
And it's just like, this has to be a group effort. We cannot continue to raise
Yep, then they say they don't see racism. Yeah.
kids, white boys that think they're better than Black boys. We just,
And I feel like especially passionate about this issue because, like, my best friend growing up was Black, right? And, like, I always got made fun of for hanging out with the only Black kid, right? Now, it was never, like, that on the nose racist, but you could tell that was part of the situation, right?
can't do it. And at the end of the day, the difference between MAGA and those of us that care about social justice is when they see Black.
If I hear you use a slur and it's not exactly, yeah. Thank you, McFiston. Right? Like it's never funny. Like I don't.
people, they get mad.
Ugh.
When I see Black people, I see their color, I see their struggle, and I want to be an ally. And I have always spoken.
I think part of the reason is because it never feels like you're punching up or like you're just punching down, right? And I think a lot of people are just like, this is what I mean. Like they're very conservative, right? They have some conservative tendencies and
out about this with every fiber in me, because racism starts on a local level, and the silence and acquiescence that parents and other kids allow to happen is just appalling. It is always sick.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's not my responsibility. Yeah, you raised your kids to say shit like that. The fuck?
Sickened me to the core of my existence.
Well, as you know, I sent my kids to, as what you call a hate academy, where racism was accepted. It was coming from the parents. It was when it was actively played out in public spaces in the school, it was not treated with the intensity that it should have been, because again, it's accepted. And I agree with you. I can't change the world, but I can change what's happening at my house. And then hopefully my children and your children.
If I ever heard my son or daughter say that, oh my God, guys, I would. I don't even know what I'd do. I'd be that fucking upset, right?
Will be able.
And yet, some people just throw it around casually. And fuck
to change minds in their
right. I don't even like when other black people do it. Okay, guys. At least I'm consistent. But I'm not gonna sit there and fucking lecture them. Right? Remember we were talking about lecturing people? I'm not gonna sit there and lecture people about why it's bad or why you shouldn't be doing it. Right? Because it's obviously a different kind of situation. However, I don't even like it. So and my friend never really did that either. So we were always cool about it. Like me and him were in agreement, right? But there were other people who did it. And I didn't sit there and lecture them, right? Because I understand that this is a more complex issue than just nobody can say that word done, right? But for fuck's sake, what are we talking about? Half the time it comes off more like stepping on people, punching down, feels more like something intentionally aimed at a community. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, I don't know why, but I think it's just that's why it's so uncomfortable, right? To a lot of people, including myself. So it's insane how comfortable white dudes from the South are using the N-word and just abhorrent slurs in general. I met a group of troglodytes in Tennessee the other day, and they were just shocking to hear. We're talking in general. Yeah, well said. Well said. They're troglodytes, right? Jesus.
Circles, but the reality.
Right, and listen, I was raised up north in a very liberal area. I never heard that word mentioned when I went down to Texas for a training, right? And I think a lot of people internalize that shit and just are totally fine with it. By the way, that's not being off the cuff, right? I'm off the cuff and I speak my mind, but I don't have those fucking thoughts. God, you see the difference? For fuck's sake, the reason it wasn't in my lexicon, I barely used when I was fucking ignorant kid. My parents never used that word ever. Yeah. Not to generalize though. Yeah, I agree. Don't generalize, but at the same time, you do see it a lot in the South. I hate to say it, but you do, right? Because I lived here my entire I've lived here for most of my life, guys, and I never fucking heard that word used in the same way when I went down south. Okay? And that is a fact, okay? I'm just giving you an experience that all the friends and stuff that I've ever talked to, they never would say that shit. When you are around black people in the real way, you realize that shit means, yeah. I hate that when I hear a white person using that word, I just can't assume they're doing it out of hateful place. That's specifically a disturbing sign, yeah. Mm-hmm. I just assume this point, fuck it, yeah. I heard that word all the time on the red line PA. This guy in the red truck kept calling us the walking to school. Jeez.
Reality is it.
Oh, Kristen B. Yeah, and you're half black, right? So that's even more fucked.
It's institutionalized in these Bible Belt states, in Christian schools, in government. We're seeing it in the federal government right now with this push to repeal DEI when we're mad that Lloyd Austin was the Secretary of Defense, as decorated and experienced as he was. And we picked Pete Hegseth off a headshot in Fox News, and he's run the Department of Defense like one of the many nonprofits that he ran into the ground.
Yeah, and I don't know how you solve this, right? Education, that's the only way to do it, right? whatever parts of the country that you don't see this word used as much are doing, there is clearly a difference on what they're doing. Right? That's a step in the right direction. I don't know how you solve the problem overall. Education, right? Cooperation, international, right? More people working together. These are all like solutions, but I think like something has to be done because clearly it is a problem in parts of the country still, right? Like down south, it's everywhere. Good luck even describing the R word without people reacting immediately to confusion. Yeah, I mean, I've noticed it, right? And I've been down to Texanus, as you call it, Oxpecker. And the few times that I've spoken, and just like how off the cuff they speak, like how, and again, I'm off the cuff and I speak my mind, but like I never think that shit. That's why it never leaves my mouth, right? So like when I just hear people like, ugh, it's gross. It's so gross. People will continue mixing until everyone has melanin. That's my theory, at least. Yeah, well, that's actually I read a paper about that in like 1,000 years or so, right? 500 years, everyone will look basically the same. And yeah, I agree.
It's unbelievable the tolerance as a society that we have, especially in Bible Belt states.
And now it's in the federal
I think what the paper concluded is we're all going to be like Brazil, essentially. Like there'll be mixed race people. Everyone will be mixed race, but like there'll be like different varieties of it, right? Like there'll be mixed race people with like blue eyes, blonde hair, but they're all like everyone's still like mixed, right? There will be like no black and white per se. It'll be just different like shades of mixed. That's basically what the article concluded, right? People will continue, and that's gonna piss off people like Nick Fuentes, right? Education and time, people will continue. Yeah, exactly.
Government. So you just mentioned it's institutionalized. Pop up this next headline, Kylie. Secretary Sean Duffy posts. Remember when
Fuck you, Sean Duffy. How is he from Boston?
Biden and Gustx used your money for DEI bike lanes and climate change?
DEI bike lanes?
That's over. I just redirected $1.73 billion in US DOT grants away from Biden era DEI pet projects. Now this funding is official.
Roads, bridges, and shipping ports. Except bike lanes, DEI bike lanes. What the hell's a DEI bike lane?
Actually locked in.
Isn't it just a bike lane? What?
To fix America's actual backbone, roads, bridges, shipping, and ports. Okay. Number one, the Infrastructure Act that Biden and Pete Buttigieg pushed forward. The people like Duffy opposed, and then now they want to take praise for all of this. But Joe Biden, and I disagree with the way he handled Donald Trump. I think it's Joe Biden's fault and Merrick Garland's fault that we're here, that they didn't prosecute Donald Trump and put this fucker in prison.
Yeah, I said that earlier on the stream, right? Remember we were covering how Lindsey Graham blocked the appointment of Merrick Garland to the Supreme Court, and then because of that, we got Merrick Garland as Attorney General, and now Trump got away scot-free because Merrick Garland dragged his feet for 2 years on trying to go after his ass, and then basically he won the election again. If he would have started that on day one, as he should have done, right? As any responsible Attorney General should have done and would have done, in my opinion, right? If a good one. Then he would have been definitely like we just wouldn't be having this right now. So Merrick Garland is just as responsible, in my opinion, because like your job is to apply the law fairly. Excuse me, you're applying the law unfairly just because he was the former president. Fuck you.
Prison. It pisses me off to the core of my being. But Joe Biden had one of the most diverse cabinets and staff at the White House has ever seen.
In fact, I would have made that a priority as president. If you're picking an attorney general, be like, are you on day one going to prosecute this guy who did the January 6th insurrection? And if the answer was no, immediately crumple that person's resume and throw it in the fucking trash, because they don't deserve to be anywhere near the attorney general's position, right? It's really that simple, guys. But these people are failures, right? They're failures. Like, and I'm just going to point it out. Yeah. Thank you, Peter, right? And now, guess what? It's not even just us that's suffering. It's the world, right? Because all these other countries, it has a cascading effect on. Right? So fuck this shit. Like, Merrick Garland can fucking suck a dick, because he's terrible, guys. Honestly, like, I'm just so sick of these fucking, like, people defending him for this stuff. No, he's terrible. Yeah, and make racism illegal, like in Brazil. Yeah, well said, right? Like, racism isn't obviously over in Brazil or anything, right? But it looks different, because there's more reasons to not do this stuff, right? Yeah, I missed most of that because I'm getting ready for work and 2.5 hour drive. Okay, no worries.
And
thank you for being here, keeping us on lurk, even when you're getting ready.
again, I want
Down under.
to point out the difference. There are people in this world, when they see Black success or brown success, they get mad.
Well
That's
said.
a fundamental moral character flaw.
Yeah.
That they see.
The fuck? If you can look at a black person and be like, wow, I'm jealous, or why the fuck is he more successful? You're a piece of shit. I'm just gonna say it. Fuck you. Like, who are you to fucking say, first of all, right? It's so dumb, right? And guys, like, a lot of people, you talk about these issues, right? This is not identity politics. This is just like saying the cultural parts out loud, right? If you just talk to black people or have friends that are actually like friends and not just acquaintances and people that you don't hang out with on the regular, if you just like listen to people, this is their experience, right? Especially people like black people and people of color, right? Even white passing people, right, will tell you this shit. The racist shit that is told, like, behind thinking when there's no brown people around, right, or black people, tee-hee, is fucked. And this is what I think Jennifer does a good job at, right? I think some people call her like a lib sometimes, and I'm like, well, maybe so on certain takes, right? But on these issues, like, this is not a lib, or like, this is just like about being a humanist, right? Supporting equality, equity, which there is a difference. So
See that, and it angers them, because when I see people successful, and especially when it's a black person, knowing how racist white people can be, I'm especially in awe. Because it's like, man, against all odds, they were able to go and ascend to this level of success. And we have to see.
Look at what happened in Oklahoma. They burnt down the Black Wall Street, right? This is what I mean, guys. They're always fucking jealous, right? These fucking racist pricks.
People's color. And we have to celebrate people's color and not play games with all of this. I don't see color. I mean, it's just see their color. See
their color and just admit it. But, like, don't be jealous of them for that, right? Or don't treat them differently, right? Just experience, like, listen to their experiences and treat them as, like, maybe different to yours, or maybe similar to yours, right? I don't know what ethnicity you associate yourself with, right? But, like, you listen to it and you use that as like a guiding compass for why you don't do certain things, right? That's how I live my life. Like, if everything were just about me, I would be like, oh, fuck this. I wouldn't care about half this stuff, right? But I don't live my life like that, right? I try to incorporate other people's experiences into my own life, right? Especially when they're friends of mine or whatever, right?
their blackness, see if somebody was an immigrant. What
And remember, we actually covered Sean the Black's take on this. Remember him when he was debating Hassan, and he said that his community was kind of toxic because it didn't listen to how, like, especially black issues, right? How these issues affect black people differently, right? And this is the equity part, right? Equity is this, guys, right? So, equity is this, right? I think it's important to have both, right? You got to both see everyone as equal, but then there's equity, right? You got to take into account some people have less, so they need more of a boost. Some people need even more of a boost, right? This guy doesn't need a boost, right? But this is what equality is, like giving everyone exactly the same and expecting an equal outcome. That's not realistic, right? But like, always just be thinking about that in the background, right?
journey they had to go through to find success, to find stability. These are the things that connect us all together. And then, MAGA is just it's just a racist party. It just is. And here's Marsha Blackburn.
How hard am I gonna crack down on China? Well, here's a clue.
Oh my God. Fucking hater.
Marsha Blackburn worked with President Trump to take on communist China. As governor, Marsha will fight to protect Tennessee land from Chinese front companies.
Is she? She's. Oh my God. It's worse than I thought. What the fuck? I saw that. It was. I have not seen this, so I'm glad I didn't see this. She's in a Chinese restaurant, or maybe it's fake, right? Either way, that's even worse if it's real. I mean, they're both bad in so many different ways. But she's crushed fortune cookies. Oh my God. Stereotype after stereotype.
Marsha will fight to protect Tennessee land from Chinese front companies.
That's just, it's so, not only are these people like idiots, like that's just not even enjoyable to watch. Like you think you're a badass, Marsha Blackburn, because you're
crunching up fortune cookies, which are not even Chinese, right? And you would know that if you were like somewhat educated. Marsha B is shitty of my home state. God. Chanya. I think that's how you say your name. Welcome over on Kick. Appreciate you being here.
crumpling up fortune cookies, and what a badass. Let's go vote for Marsha. She took on a basket of fortune cookies. I mean, it's just so stupid.
Yeah. Well
I
said.
fucking hate these people.
Yeah. Same.
Well, in Oklahoma, they're chopping bananas in half to say how, much they're against trans people. I mean, I think they're appealing to the lowest
Common denominator.
Intellectual. I mean, they're going for the deep-seated racism. I mean, I'm in Oklahoma. All the ads are, we need to take back our country. From who? You have it. Oklahoma has it. So this is all just for the lower intellect, the people that just want to fear, like you always say, they fear other people. They fear other people's success. If they see somebody has success, they're like, it should have been mine, despite the fact that I'm not as good. I am mediocre at best, but it has to always be somebody's fault. And there's nobody that cries victim and oppression more than Donald Trump, who has been the president of the United States twice, yet he still feels like that he is so aggrieved and that he gets to be a
I only found out about that video last week. Wow.
Victim of everybody else. It's a stunning case study of how far the United States has fallen. Really, when it goes back to citizens, like we have failed to be good people.
Yeah, and I would just say Fox News and the megachurch boom of the 80s and this continuation of the white grievance culture is on steroids now under Donald Trump, because when a lot of people saw Barack Obama ascend, they felt angry, like we can't have a Black president. These same people are the same people that had a problem in the NFL when Black men started becoming quarterbacks, because traditionally white men were quarterbacks. And there's this part of white culture where it's assumed, and it's so subconsciously injected into everybody, that these are the roles that white people have. And these are the roles that Black people have. And you can look no further than Charlie Kirk when he talked about if he got on an airplane and there was a Black pilot, he would have a problem with that. And this is just accepted language in here, and it gets worse. Here's Nancy Mace, who I think needs to be in a straitjacket and
Crazy Nancy
a padded cell. Here she is on Twitter with just some really
Why doesn't Trump call her Crazy Nancy, right?
troubling racist shit. Pop this up. So the New York Post says activists demand Black English be pushed on kids in California preschools. And Representative Nancy Mace just takes off her KKK hood and just steps right in it and says, we looked up examples of Black English sentences. He be working late on Tuesdays. I'm finna go get some food. And I'm not going to read
This is disgusting.
the rest of them. But I just want to say this, Nancy Mace. Black people have a culture.
Right.
You don't. Your whole culture, your whole identity is clinging on to mediocrity, to push down other people and try to make everybody be exactly like you. The best thing about the United States of America is multiculturalism. It's the coolest thing that we have going for us.
It's why we have all these different foods you can go to, and right, all the stuff that, yeah.
It is amazing.
Right, it's why they're like pizza's so popular, and right, all the stuff that we've talked about in the past, all these different foods that you can get, halal, right? All these gyros, right? We were talking about that, right? All these things come from like other places around the world. They do not come from the white Anglo-speaking population.
Is incredible, and I stand by my one long.
And I make that a distinction. White Anglo in particular. Anglo as in English origin, right? English origin or UK origin, right?
Viral clip from
That's it. Who on earth would want to live in a monoculture?
a year or so ago.
Right?
If you're so against all this shit, quit watching football. Quit watching basketball. Quit eating at Mexican restaurants. Quit enjoying.
Yeah, like this is the stuff that makes the United States, right? And again, I think you could have a lib take on this, but this is not in itself a lib take. This is just a historically accurate, actual boots on the ground analysis of what's going on in the US, right? Like all the stuff that we like here that is so quote unquote American is actually like from other countries, right? And that's what's so good about it. And if we had a Democratic Party that actually cared about this shit, right? Like these DSA members that have been running and winning around the world, they would be saying this exact same thing, right? They wouldn't be toting the MAGA line on immigration, right? As a U.S. Navy veteran, I'm sick of seeing all these ignorant people. I'm ready for my son and family to return South Korea and retire from the military. Yeah, let's open the border to have more pizza and tacos. Damn right. I love it. Yusuf. More pizza and tacos.
Multiculturalism. Go.
Oh my God. Like Mexico has some of the best food in the world, right? Italy has some of the best food in the world. I would say like France has really great food too, right?
What?
There's like obviously China has delicious food, right? That isn't always like represented well here. You sometimes, if you go to a more traditional one, you'll get some epic food, more like Anglo-Saxon.
Croquet.
Now I'm hungry. Yeah.
Go watch.
I mean, Living Lily, you mentioned it, right? That the food in China was like so good, right? And it's fucking delicious, right? And imagine if more of that stuff came here, right? And they've bastardized the food. Yeah, we bastardize it, right? But like there are very few places that you can get more authentic versions of it, right? Not every place and not in every city, but
Rest now,
UFC.
We have to watch, and I'll see you in Valhalla.
How else would we get Big Bean Burrito? Jesus. I didn't realize we should mold our politics into what we have for dinner. Well, food and culture go hand in hand, and culture is upstream from politics, so sure.
Go to
Right? You have politics, culture, and culture is a runoff of food. Everything. Every time you get hungry, just think of explosive diarrhea. Yeah. Oh, wait. I remember that story. Never mind. I think I just lost my appetite. Oh. Yeah, there is only a few authentic places. Yeah, there really aren't many. Like, there are a few, but they're very, like, I've been to one and it was really, really good. There is an authentic Japanese food place where I go. Really?
only white people shit. Go listen to Kid Rock.
See, it works. Yeah, it does work.
Go eliminate it. If you don't like it, you personally eliminate multiculturalism for your life and go taste and suck on that vanilla saltine cracker for life. So you all go to
Fish and chips, right?
that. The difference is I'm not trying to make you like multiculturalism, but you want all of us to hate as much as you hate. And at the end of the day,
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't really care if you like multiculturalism or not. We're just giving you facts and you accept them because they're facts. Now, you're trying to get us to change our position on this shit. And that's where I have the problem with it. No, fuck that.
I don't hate people of color. I think it's cool. I think it's awesome that despite how crusty and snotty and uptight and ridiculous all these crusty motherfuckers like Veggie Boy Mitch McConnell are,
Veggie boy.
that people find joy
Cocaine Mitch.
despite that
I'm Cocaine Mitch.
and live in this country and create culture, and they have their own vibe of language. I think it's cool as shit. And so take your shit, Nancy Mace, go put on your KKK hood, go to your mega church and be a nut. That's your right. I'm going to fight for your right to do that, but don't push all of your racism onto everybody else, because I will never, ever, ever want to be a crusty white motherfucker like you. I've lived in those circles. They're boring. Multiculturalism is a million times better.
Well, and they're also patently unhappy. Look at Stephen Miller, who is
And here's the thing. Not only is it just better, and whether you agree with that or not, it's going to be the future, right? See, this is the problem I have with conservatives in general, is they just fail to, they're trying to conserve something that you can't conserve. Because as McFiston put up here, right? What did he say? Or sorry, Splendinavia. Preserving a skin color is fucking eugenics and has no social material value. It's so fucking gross. The danger of race mixing. These fucking Nazis have no logical answer to what's happened. The human race ends up looking similar at one point in the future. What's the material threat in that? There isn't. And that's what I was going to say, right? There isn't. And it's going to happen whether you like it or not. Right? It's like time. It's like, see, the thing is, conservatives are arguing and yelling at clouds because time. Well, time is a constant. You can't slow down time. We all are aging. We're all turning to bone dust. Some sooner rather than later. Look at our boy, Lindsay, Cocaine Mitch. Right? You can't change that. Things change. Deal with it. It's called evolution, right? Everything changes. Everything changes, guys. Nothing is exactly the same. If you think everything is the same or is worth, like, it just isn't how how it works out. It's not how it is, guys.
The leader of get rid of the immigrants. All he did during Donald Trump, during Biden's administration, was file lawsuits on behalf of white people being discriminated against. Not only are they inferior.
Besides, isn't this what everybody's looking? Yeah, everyone wants these. Besides, isn't everybody looking similar? What these guys want in the end? Pick your lane. Yeah, for real.
And insecure. They're angry all the time. They put all their energy into hate. And the only way we can get away from that is to embrace each other. And I think you're 100% right. It's got to start in here and scoop out locally.
Yeah, it has to start on a local level. And I just think the best thing that we can do is when you see racism, when you hear racism in white circles, stand up. Because at the end of the day, nobody really wants to be called a racist. I mean, the Republicans are racist, but they get triggered when we put a mirror up to them. Because it is ugly. It is vile. Everybody knows it's bullshit. It's a mean, cruel, systemic practice that has to end. And I think that we will continue to flirt with fascism for a long, long time until we reconcile our very racist past as a country. All right, please do me a favor. Pre-order my book. It's called Not Today Fascists. I talk about the Bible Belt and white culture incubating a world where we ignore Black voices, which further incubates fascism. I talk about all sorts of stuff. Do me a favor, pre-order it. It helps more than you know, and we'll be back later with more news.
The last book had a catchier title. Yeah, he's got to work on that. All right. Let's see. Oh, I thought this was pretty cool. Let's watch it. A college student flies out from New Jersey to Michigan to ask a question.
How you doing? My name is James.
Hey, James.
I'm from the great state of New Jersey, so I flew all the way out here to ask you this question. I'm very excited.
Wait a second.
New Jersey? Oh, God.
Here's the whole story.
That fucking place?
What brings you to Michigan?
I'm a student out in D.C., and I'm excited to meet you. I have friends out here, and I'm just really passionate about this campaign. So.
Wait. You came all the way here to be a part of this campaign?
To meet you in person. I've seen you on social media so much.
Can we give a round of applause? James, it is wonderful to meet you. I'm so grateful that you're a part of this. All right, what can I help with?
So I have a really important question. So I'm, as I mentioned, a student. I'm a young person, so I'm trying to get more involved in politics. And a lot of young people are feeling the cynicism. It seems like the system is not really working for the average Joe. It's not working, and it's really plaguing our average voter, I feel like. And I know I'm very excited, and I'm so glad that you are standing up against corporate PAC money and overturning Citizens United. But it feels like the Senate, the Supreme Court.
All right, guys. Something just came up. Kyle's smoking a cigar. We have to watch it. We're watching that next.
Quite corrupt. So I'm curious, what systemic change will you fight for?
The Ukraine.
What will you change the system?
You know, you're probably 20-something? Early 20-something? 19. This world is yours for the making, man. There are a lot of folks your age who wouldn't be caught dead at a political rally. And I understand the nihilism. Like, you just got to understand, for those of you who are older than James, if you're 19 years old, that means you were born in, what, 2007? That was the year I graduated college. Thank you for making me feel instantly way older. But that means that you were born in a time when the iPhone was ubiquitous, when high-speed internet was everywhere. You were a year old.
Girl, you were not born in 2000s. Fuck off.
When you or your family or a neighbor lost their home in the worst financial catastrophe in modern history.
Yeah.
You were born into two wars.
Mm-hmm.
You watched Donald Trump descend that escalator when you were, what, 7?
Mm-hmm.
And he's been a fixture in our political reality since your childhood. And meanwhile, huge internet companies have figured out how to harvest your attention through your eyeballs and your eardrums your whole life. And your social experiences are halfway transacted through a screen because that's how they wanted it to be, because at least then they could serve you ads for shit you probably didn't need to buy.
True.
So to not be nihilistic is an act of hope. And I appreciate you doing that.
I agree, right? That's why all these little things you can do that seem little but are actually important are, yeah, it's kind of pushing back against this, right? Abdul's Riz levels Zoran is not really. He's such an incredible communicator. It's awesome. Yeah, he's really
but
awesome.
I also think there's some reality that we all have to check in ourselves, which is
The boy never had to endure any Bush gov. Yeah, well, he endured. I think his point is that he endured the consequences of Bush's administration, right? The same people that are chirping about liberals in this chat over on Kick, right, are the same people who are literally debating this stuff, that we shouldn't have been doing this. They're bipolar guys, right? They're fucking ass clowns. They can't even hold a fucking position like and nail it to a they can't actually like maintain a position, so it just shifts depending on whoever's telling them what to do or say, right? Fuck them.
is when you talk down to young people, or you tell them what
Right. What I'm saying is that in 2007, if these people were supporting and sucking off George Bush, but now that it's Trump, these people are saying George Bush is shit. And the stuff that he did is shit. Pick one.
really ought to do. When they don't see answers to the big questions they're asking in a movement, do not...
And I guarantee you, a lot of these people voted for Bush or Republicans back then. That's the funny part.
be surprised when they don't become
Because they don't actually, they only care about it as like a team sport thing, right?
part of that movement. It's just rational behavior. And to your point, when there's so much to be nihilistic about, a few tweaks around the edges aren't going to cut it. Because the whole system feels broken. So there's a reason that my message isn't Medicare for all, money in your pocket, money out of politics. There's a reason I say money out of politics first. Because the central corrupting feature of our politics right now is the power.
Bush is basically a shit lib to diehard MAGAs. Yeah, exactly. Yet they voted for him, right? Most of MAGA, if you look at their, if you look at the voting records of these ass clowns, they voted for Bush. I will bet $1,000. That's how confident I am, right? And the fact that they're not chirping about it in chat means they know that they did.
Of money to buy politicians so that government...
Of course, yeah. This is what I mean. Like, they're clowns, right? Here they are saying, oh, well, look at all these libs. And they voted for a big lib themselves. He's just like a more neoconservative one. Come on.
Is captured by them, not for us.
A lot of voters also voted for Obama. Yeah, do. All right. Up next is Kyle smoking a cigar. I wonder what this could be. Content? My goat. Amazing. I mean, we all know what it is. Better if it was a blunt. I need to find this song and play it after this video. Damn. Is this real? Is this music real, or did he like? Is this AI? This is amazing.
Thank you. 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 Thank you.
Damn, y'all. I don't even know what to say. I feel bad for his wife and kids. You got to feel bad for the family. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure all of you have heard by now. But Lindsey Graham is officially gonzo. I repeat, Lindsey Graham is officially gonzo. Now, let me just say, I denounce and reject memes like this right here. Claims to be pro-life, dies. That's uncalled for. I don't know why you guys would do that, honestly. Sorry if you hear some wind noise out here. It started raining outside, y'all, but this is what it looked like outside of Lindsey Graham's apartment. Take a look. Exclusive photos show Lindsey Graham being carted out of his residence while surrounded by emergency medical service workers administering first aid, says TMZ. So that's Lindsey Graham on the stretcher there. Here's another one. So what we know is he was apparently in Ukraine for a trip.
Holy shit. I didn't see these pictures. That's crazy.
And he came back.
Hombre, welcome back, buddy. Good to see you again. How you been?
After that long flight back, and he started experiencing chest pain in the evening. And apparently they called 911, or he called 911 at about 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. And I don't know all the specifics.
You hear Trump trying to guilt off Graham's death to get America, to Kill America Act pass. Yeah. He's trying to like do a... I loved Lindsey. Lindsey was a beautiful senator. Just, we had so much in common. Could never be me, right, guys? Oh, like, come on. It was the fakest act ever.
But it appears to be the case that, like, he was gonzo pretty much immediately. It was like a massive heart attack, killed him pretty much immediately. I'm not sure if by the time he got to the hospital, I'm not sure if he was even alive by then. I think he may have been gone by the time he got to the hospital. Okay, so this is what we're hearing. Take a look at this from Black Knight. Wow. He says, imagine being the Republican Party and trying to hide the fact that one of your senators died, Mitch McConnell, to avoid holding a special election, and then a totally different Republican senator died.
Was it me? Welcome back. How you been?
From karma. So this is a big deal, bro. It's a big deal for a number of reasons. How about this?
Welcome back, girl.
Chris D. Jackson says,
your comment was so funny in the Discord. I loved it.
The Senate is now effectively tied. McConnell is missing, Graham is gone, and Trump keeps pissing off Republicans like Tillis and Cassidy. You thought he couldn't get shit passed before?
Now he's really not going to be able to, yeah.
Just wait. He's a lame duck on steroids, burning the votes he needs to...
This is where the real story is. I'm going to say this. This is the stuff that people are not covering. Kyle's 100% right. Essentially, this makes Trump now a lame duck before he's even at the lame duck status. crazy, right, guys? Because he pissed off Cassidy, he pissed off Catillus, right? McConnell ain't showing up. Motherfuckers, the cocaine Mitch ain't showing up, right? Third charm Trump, fingers crossed, on Alito and Thomas. Well, yeah. Jesus, dude. Them too.
So it makes sense if you count the votes the way he's counting the votes here, which, you know, there's reason to believe this is a fair way of analyzing it. The Senate is already effectively tied, especially with the shit that Trump wants passed, the stuff he's trying to force through. Not going to be able to do it. Simply not going to be able to do it. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. They are now messing with Lindsey Graham's Wikipedia. Lindsey Olin Graham was Donald Trump's personal masseur and Netanyahu's best friend. Damn. Damn. Got more, though. How about this one? He's put in there as First Lady of the United States. Look, there's a lot of stuff I can say about Lindsey Graham. I will say this. I'm not sure there's a single senator in U.S. history who cared less about domestic politics, economic policy, and the American people. This man, upwards of 80% of the time he talked about anything, it would be...
Sorry, I wouldn't stop the stream. I wouldn't stop the video. Let me replay that for you. Thank you for the 100 bits. Wasn't me.
Foreign policy. It would be Israel. It would be Ukraine. It'd be having a big beefy military or whatever the fuck. That's what he talked about. He simply did not care about anything domestically, and he would vote for all the worst things. Tax cuts for billionaires, cuts to
I'm voting for Mitch and Miller to be the remaining two of the trifecta.
Same. Miller needs to go too. Cocaine Mitch, he's out of here. Am I right, guys? You betcha. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wasn't me. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate the support. Can't do it without you. Oh shit, funny if
Medicaid, cuts to the SNAP program. So nobody cared less about the people of the United States of America than Lindsey Graham.
Agreed.
Also, I mean, I don't even need to get into the specifics, but I could sort of get into the specifics if you guys want. But the fact of the matter is, this dude, man, there's stories out there. There are whispers out there. There's a lot of the high dollar male escorts in the DC area.
Yeah, I didn't even get into that, right? But there are many stories about this, right? That he was in the closet gay. Well, I kind of did. I touched on it, right? But the escort stuff is another aspect of this, right? Miller is such a nasty little Nazi weasel. Yeah, I don't see him dying, though, because isn't he like 40? Can we age him by like 35 years, maybe then?
He's about...
Just tell Cocaine Mitch that his gram is gone. That's clever. And bye he goes.
Lindsey Graham, where he is one of the most obvious closet cases of all time.
Oh, man.
Go ahead and do yourself a favor and look up why they call him Ladybug or Ladybugs. Go ahead and look that up. I'm not going to repeat it on air. This is a family-friendly show, but y'all go ahead and check that out, and you decide what to do with that information. But
family-friendly Kyle. Guys, this is my favorite part about watching Kyle. He's family-friendly. I call him family-friendly Kyle.
That information, and it was try to snuff it out of my memory because it was haunting me. Okay, look at this. This is the last photo of Lindsey.
Holding a fucking dick rocket.
Graham to exist.
Perfect for him, Lady Lindsay. I hope Miller's brakes fail going downhill above a gravel
I'm holding a
pit.
drone. This photo was taken yesterday in Ukraine.
What the
Ladies
fuck
and
is
gentlemen,
going
he died
on?
doing what he loved.
He died doing what he loved, exactly. Holding a dick rocket. I mean, I know that's a drone, but it looks like a dick rocket, right?
He died doing what he loved, and that is warmongering. That is holding
Warmongering and holding a dick rocket. If that isn't what he loved, guys, I don't know what is, right?
weapons of death and destruction. This man loves nothing more than death and destruction. He's never met a single war that he didn't love, and everybody knows that about him. Everybody knows that. Benjamin Netanyahu posted, Sarah and I grieve with the American people over the loss of our dear friend.
I repeat, that could, I'm saying once
American
again, that
people.
could never be me.
Thank you.
Senator Lindsey Graham. In our recent meeting, I said, Lindsey is a
Holding death in the shape of a cock. Damn right.
great friend of Israel and a cherished friend of mine. We have no better friend than Lindsey. Lindsey understood that the security of Israel and America are inseparable. He devoted his life to defending America, strengthening our alliance, and standing up for the free world. Israel has lost one of its greatest friends. America has lost a great patriot. I have lost a beloved friend. Our hearts are with Lindsey, Lindsey's family, and with the American people at this difficult time. May his values and initiatives continue to guide us toward victory and peace. May his memory forever be a blessing. Somebody posted that there's somebody at Mossad headquarters with a tear in their eye deleting 2 terabytes of blackmail material on Lindsey Graham this morning. And you know what?
I never thought of that, but it's true. Oh, man. 100. If anyone has blackmail material, it'd be Trump, obviously, and Lindsey Graham, right? Oh, you think you can't be real? He's definitely a Nazi dude.
May be accurate, huh? That may be accurate.
That's
this
not
is another
the
one. Like, you look
flex
at
he
Trump
wants,
and you
yeah.
go, oh my God, the Mossad blackmail material on this man, the Epstein blackmail material. Everybody's looking, wondering, hey, why does Trump keep going back to war with Iran and keep carpet bombing innocent people there and keep doing the worst imaginable things? Well, the reason is Epstein got blackmail on him. Now Mossad and Netanyahu have it, and Trump doesn't want that to come out. Okay? He's also a warmonger in his own respect, but we're at the point now where I don't think you can explain this without black.
He's a fucking, yeah, for real. All the work to collect blackmail info's gone. 2 terabytes of information gone. How could this happen to me? You know that song, guys? I made my mistake.
Blackmail. He's directly fucking his chances of a political future and the Republican chances of a political future. Doesn't seem to care. Another person who there's a very high likelihood of immense blackmail on is Lindsey Graham. We got to be serious about it. This is a man who literally never, in his entire time in office, ever disagreed with Israel a single fucking time. That's not an accident, okay? That's not a coincidence. The literal terrorist, Itamar Ben-Gvir, says, today, Israel has lost one of its greatest friends. Senator Lindsey Graham stood with Israel not because it was easy, but because he believed it was right. His unwavering support, courage, and moral clarity earned him the admiration of millions of Israelis. The state of Israel will always remember his friendship, the unwavering support, and his steadfast commitment to Israel's security. Heartfelt condolences to his family and the American people. May his memory be a blessing. This is a guy who literally was celebrating passing a law that was basically turning their detention camps into death camps and mass murdering the 10,000 or so hostages they have of Palestinians. That's what this man was most recently in the news for. Okay? This man is a direct, literal terrorist. And it's people like him who are celebrating Lindsey Graham in the wake of his death. All right, Nancy Mace is considering running for Lindsey Graham's seat. So Beansy is at it again, y'all. Beansy is at it again. She may throw her hat in the ring. Not quite sure how that's going to go for her. We also have this. Whenever people try to finger wag at you and tut-tut and say, how dare you react in, a natural way when somebody like Lindsey Graham is gone, always remember, here's Donald J. Trump. Not that long ago.
Yeah. Well said, Kyle. I don't ever want to hear about, why aren't you respecting a senator dying and like, fuck off. Oh, fuck off. When the president of the United States is saying this shit, I better never hear those words come out of your mouth.
Give me the money. Give me the money. Okay.
Ooh, WSNT Me just dropped a tier 1 gifty sub bomb. Everyone
Oh my
take cover.
god! Oh my god, thank you. I appreciate it. You didn't have to do that. You did that yesterday. Thank you. Wow, thank you wasn't me. What up? Who got the gifty? Let's see. It was MasterChef. 420. Most welcome. Thank you, girl. Appreciate the support. I cannot do it without your support, guys, so I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Latin Gaza, Lindsay said proudly, that shit back can rot and piss. Thank you. Dub wasn't me. Trying to jump in his grave. Yeah, there was also always home traders willing to work for evil. Well said. Yep, just like MAGA women supporting to repeal women's voting rights. Yep. With this Save America Act.
March 21st. Robert Mueller just died. Good. I'm glad he's dead. He can no longer hurt innocent people. President Donald J. Trump.
Meaning him.
And then when Lindsey Graham goes, Senator Lindsey Graham, one of the greatest people and senators I've ever known, is dead. He was always working and was a true American patriot. Lindsey will be greatly missed. Details and arrangements to follow. So sad, President Donald J. Trump. No,
Yeah,
seriously though.
so fake.
I think Trump is probably shitting in his pants over Lindsey Graham dying.
Yeah.
Because Lindsey Graham is 71 years old, seemed to be fine, play golf with Trump all the time, talk to Trump all the time.
Oh my god, I said this too! Guys, I just said this. Remember? Yes, like earlier? Like I said it as a joke, but woo! We did it! Hype train!
Chew. We got a hype train chat. Thanks to Wasn't Me. It ending at 7/12,
It wasn't me.
2026, 10:33, 14 p.m. So let's keep it going.
You know, your name reminds me of that song. What was it called? Is that literally the name of the song? Wasn't me. You know that song?
And Trump just saw him go like that. And we know.
You know what I'm talking about. Uh-huh.
Oh, Trump is going through a whole bunch of health issues. Cognitive health issues, physical health issues. He just said,
Jackie,
I went
baby.
for another physical.
It wasn't me.
Voluntarily.
Yeah. No, I swear to God, these kind of moments when Trump sees people like this die who are like younger than him, like I think they do get him to be like, am I next? Probably. I don't know. I can't be 100% sure. It's hard because he's not very introspective. Bingo. Yeah. This song. By Shaggy. Yeah.